Hey everybody, Brimstone here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I wanted to come at you with an article today about James Gunn and the status of DC and Warner Brothers in general. But before we get into this, if you like low-key information, content, movie reviews, book reviews, comic ideas and thoughts, I do a couple live streams every week on Thursdays and Sunday nights. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, share this video out there, leave a comment below, and let's get into this article. So apparently, according to Cosmic Book News, James Gunn is out at DC with Warner Brothers sale. This is an exclusive by Matt McGloin. So it came out Saturday. And yeah, James Gunn, it's no surprise that if anybody who watches this regularly, I am not a fan of James Gunn and his treatment of DC characters, but he is the head of DC and he can do whatever he wants. So let's get into this article. With Superman reportedly bombing financially and Peacemaker Season 2 flopping with fans, I reached out to my insiders about the state of DCU under James Gunn. The short of it is that Gunn will be out as the head of DC with the Warner Brothers Discovery sale. I am told if David Ellison of Skydance Paramount buys Warner Brothers Discovery, Mike DeLuca will be in charge of DC and do another complete restart. Oh, another reboot. More below. Gunn recently said he's doing whatever he wants with DC. That sounded odd to me, but if you are building a new universe, wouldn't you want it to be successful with fans? That's not happening, as both Creature Commandos and Peacemaker failed to chart on Nielsen. They don't have a big audience, and Gunn claims that Peacemaker Season 2 was meant to be a sequel to a Superman movie is pure BS. Superman also failed to resonate with interior fans. Its box office also came in under Zack Snyder's Man of Steel by a large margin. Gunn's approach to DCU has been all about decisive messaging. It's splitting the fan base. I am of the opinion that Gunn is doing whatever he wants with DC because his days are numbered and he knows it. So he's getting himself, all his friends, and his wife big paychecks before Warner Brothers Discovery sells. That means when the sale goes through, Gunn is out. So I reached out to my Hollywood insiders, and here's what I'm told. Recently saw the big news that Mike DeLuca and Pam Adby resigned from Warner Brothers. In Deadline's report, they are basically said it's because of the sale of Warner Brothers Discovery. David Ellison is looking to purchase Warner Brothers Discovery, so Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav is putting people in place that the Ellison wants, and what that means that Ellison wants DeLuca and Abby in charge of Warner Brothers films. Okay, you'll notice that Gunn has pivoted his planned Gods and Monsters storyline into what he calls a Superman family saga. The Superman family is all Gunn. Yeah. And Gods and Monsters storyline was likely dedicated because Gunn knows he can only get a select amount of movies before the sale. I've been told the reason the DCU projects have been stalling is because of Gunn's interference. The filmmakers want their own vision and not Gunn's. And I'm told the most visionary directors in Hollywood are staying away from not only DC, but Marvel and Star Wars because life is too short and everyone is looking for original properties. I'm told Zack Snyder is happily doing his own stuff, but he would only be returning to DC for one last movie, an adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, we had enough with Rebel Moon. We don't need that crap. I'm told if Warner's gets sold, that whoever buys it wants a completely new start. While it's been reported that Skydance is eyeing the Warner Brothers Discovery purchase, I'm told Universal Comcast is still in the mix, and they've been eyeing Warner Brothers Discovery for years. I'm told that David Ellison buys Warner Brothers Discovery is that James Gunn will be out. David Ellison's father, billionaire David Ellison, is close to President Donald Trump. So Peacemaker isn't getting a season 3, and Gunn lied about the family-friendly DC approach. I'm told this is that actually nobody in the building knows the status except for Gunn himself, but his actions speak as to what might happen. Again, it's obvious. Gunn has himself said it himself. He's doing whatever he wants with DC because with the sale, DC will be dead. Back to David Ellison. I'm told Mike DeLuca will take over DC. Recall how many insiders told you about the real ending of Flash, in which something Gunn completely changed? DeLuca wanted to bring Zack Snyder's DCU, which would have been in part led to the return of Henry Cavill as Superman and Ben Affleck as Batman in the multiverse happening. Yeah, another multiverse. We that all got scrapped when Gunn took over the DCU, and I'm of the opinion that Gunn knew about it, the eventual sale of Warner Brothers Discovery, and that Zaslav handed him over the reins to give him the ability to do whatever he wants before the sale. They just want DC content out there to make the sale look better for Warner Brothers Discovery. Back to DeLuca in DC, I'm told that he won't bring back the Snyderverse as everyone has moved on. Most people have. He'll be starting new DC universe under Ellison and Skydance, and that my guess bring back Truth, Justice in the American Way. Please bring back Truth, Justice in the American Way. We know Gunn's history with conservatives, and which is also likely explains why the DCU agenda, and that's all up for sale. Mike DeLuca discovered David S. Goyer is known for Blade, Man of Steel, and Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. Mike also might bring in Saints and Sinners and Weapons and the Chainsaw Conjuring franchise, as well as Minecraft. He knows cinema well. So, lot to break down here. So, with how Gunn's acting, it wouldn't surprise me that he knows he's out. He's burning everything around him. The biggest issue here is we had reboot, and now a fourth reboot of the DCU. It's not going to make money. They have, because of all the reboots and issues, they have burned this to the ground. Gunn's a fucking idiot. I'm going to flat out saying now, he's a good director. He needs to learn to keep his damn mouth shut and just stop, because people are tired of it. We just want movies. We just want to go see them. Keep your ideology the fuck out of them. In any sense of the, I don't care if you're left. I don't care if you're right. Tell the fucking story and move along. But this is just ridiculous. Guns out. Warner Brothers Discovery taking over, another DCU reboot. Zack Snyder said coming back for a Dark Knight Returns. This is just absolutely batshit crazy. And honestly, I'm burned out. I'm just tired of all of this. That they have no sense of continuity. They don't care about the IPs, and they just do whatever. And most comic fans just want take story, adapt it as best you can to screen, and let it be. But they just don't do that. They have to have their spin. They have to have their thoughts. They have to have their politics and ideology crammed down our throat at everything. Heck, Peacemaker season 2 started with a fucking orgy. And I'm not watching any more of this shit. I'm just done. And if Gunn's out, I will fucking celebrate. I will fucking do shots. I will be so happy because I'm tired of this shit. Unfortunately, what happens in Hollywood is it will be seen as a success, and Gunn will somehow get a better job, because in Hollywood, you just fail upwards. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Happy, sad, God, not another reboot. Hit that like, hit that sub button, leave a comment below, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, everybody, for watching. See you later.